So another great example that we've seen a lot of folks start to use generative AI and Hapix with is just quick help on generating and writing like emails. So this came up recently. We'll talk about this through the lens of, maybe being a credit union. And, a big topic right now is overdraft protection fees. And so this particular credit union and this group that we were working with wanted to basically create a specific email to their CEO regarding those overdraft protection fees, and they also wanted it to be based on that recent NCUA letter on overdraft fees. So with Hapix, we always say be as specific as you want with these inputs. The more specific the input, the better the output is going to be. So in this case, we're saying, hey, let's go ahead and create a 200-word email to our CEO regarding overdraft protection fees based on that NCUA letter on the overdraft fees. So because Hapix has that underlying context of state and federal regulations, it's going to know, exactly what that NCUA letter was. And that will kind of be the baseline for which Hapix uses in generating this particular email. And the cool thing about, emails and email generation, we consider that to be, low-hanging fruit in this world, is that you can tweak it however you want, right? So here's a very specific example because it understands, the way that your institution is laid out. Here is that 200-word email. Dear CEO's name, I'm writing to bring to your attention a recent guidance from the NCUA regarding overdraft fees. I won't read this entire email, but once again, it has all this context on how, in this case, the credit union operates, including, what the current overdraft fee is. And then, you could expand on this in more detail if you wanted to. You can read that. You could have it tweak the language. You can maybe change the tone. One of the things we were playing around with when we did talk about these examples was, let's make this shorter. This isn't a humorous aspect, but like, hey, add humor to this, or, make this more serious in tone. Write it in Spanish, write it in another language, a ton of different things that you can do. And then the cool thing is Hapix is always going to cite that context here on the right side as you see, whether that be around regulations or information that lives in your vault, kind of that underlying context that it already has on your institution. So, use the chat, use this as a stream of consciousness, have Hapix maybe tweak the wording if you wanted to. But this is just one good example of, hey, let's create an email, give it the context of, the framework of what you want, and you should be good to go. Thank you.